Viking plunder. In medieval European history, one of the most powerful events, their attacks not only caused panic and destruction, it also had a profound impact on society at that time. Economic and political landscape, Viking with its furious offensive, flexible tactics, and powerful warships make the whole of Europe trapped in fear that has lasted for hundreds of years. Viking plundering began in the late 8th century AD. They first set their sights on England, AD 793. Viking against Lindisfarne in England. The monastery launched a surprise attack. This was their first large-scale looting operation. Lindisfarne Abbey sits on the coast. Lack of defensive facilities, the Scarfman quickly landed. Looted a lot of wealth and slaughtered grooming. This attack rocked the entire Christian event. Marked the beginning of an era of scarf looting thereafter. Vikings keep attacking coastal towns in England, and villages plunder wealth. Burning buildings, kidnapping of civilians, take them as slaves or ransom. In France, Viking the same. A massive looting operation was launched. At 845, Viking leader Ragnar Lothbrok lead a large fleet down the Seine to Paris, launched an attack on the city Viking with their long pass, rivers that can easily cross Europe, rapid raids on inland cities. King Charles III of the Franks. To stop the destruction of the Vikings, they had to pay a huge ransom. Thereafter, many cities in France were plundered by the Vikings. Take the target Frankish Empire, fell into decades of panic and unease. The way the Vikings attacked was terrifying. Their tactics are flexible and efficient. Viking is adept at using quick-fire tactics, relying on their long passes in coastal and river areas, assemble quickly and suddenly launched an attack. They will choose targets with weak defenses. Raids are usually launched at night or in the early morning. Defeat enemies with speed and fear. Viking does not seek long-term occupation. Their main objective is to plunder wealth. Therefore, their attacks are often short and violent. Attacked towns and villages. Often only ruins remain after Viking leaves. And crying survivors, the long life of the Vikings, is one of the keys to their success. This boat is designed to be lightweight. Can sail at sea, you can swim upstream. You can even land on a dive, make a scarf. One can evade enemy defenses, direct raids on targets. Long pass hull, narrow, extremely fast. It can usually carry dozens of soldiers. Allows scarf people to quickly gather and disperse. Avoid confrontation with the enemy, this flexible tactic, so that they were repeatedly successful in European plunder. Viking attack. The impact on the local population was devastating. England, many towns in France and Ireland, villages were burned. Huge amounts of wealth were plundered. Many civilians were slaughtered or taken into slavery. Arrival of the Vikings, it sent the whole of Europe into a panic. People living in coastal areas and along rivers start building fortifications. Churches and monasteries also strengthened the city walls. In response to Viking attacks at the same time, the looting of Wikipedians also motivated European countries. Enhanced military defense, it promoted the formation of the European feudal system. The Wikipedians' terrorist attack. It doesn't just bring destruction. Their activities also promoted trade in Europe and cultural exchange, although scarf people plunder civilization, but they are also excellent business leaders. Man and explorer there in Europe. Extensive cooperation has been established between North Africa and Asia. The trade network brought new products, technology and culture. This trade network not only benefited Viking himself, also to a certain extent, boosting the economic development of Europe. Viking plunder. It profoundly changed the course of medieval European history. Although their arrival brought terror and destruction, but it's also fueled Europe's defense. The development of political and economic structures, legend of the Vikings. More than just a story of plunder and battle. It is also one of the largest in European history, symbol of an important period of change.